Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here today, and today we are going to be removing these two rear taillights. And you're probably wondering, well, Rich, if you remove those, how are people going to know when you're stopping and you are turning? Well, from Harley factory, they gave me this rear brake light, and it's also a turn light, and it's very bright. So technically, I don't need these. Now, I'm going to say this. If yours didn't come with this, I will explain to you how it was wired in, but first, we have to take the seat off. So, first thing you're gonna want, a really big Phillips. This is a number 3. Do not use a smaller one. This will fit nice and snug, and you'll be able to take out that back bolt. After you take out this back bolt, make sure you don't lose the washers or anything that are on it. Put it off to the side next to your teacup. I'm going to try my best not to block the camera when I do this. So what you do is lift, as you're sliding out, lift out. This is now free. Next thing you want to do is you can either twist this off to the side so you can access. You don't have to really worry because it's resting on here, or just completely remove the seat by sliding it out of here. So let's explain this to you, because I've already got this connected up because it was factory from Harley. What's really cool is these ones that come factory from Harley are actually T-harnesses. So this is your aftermarket light. This goes to your aftermarket light. And then it comes with 2 ends. One will be female, one will be male. So all you literally do is, this gray side is your left-hand side. You would disconnect it, like so, and pretend this is gray. Let's see if I can slip it out there. And that gray one would have been in there. So you would plug that into the gray one, into this side, and then the male side would go into this female side, and boom, now that turn signal light is hooked up. You would do the same to the black side, and the black side is your right hand side. And that's what you do here. This is your factory signal going to your left hand side. As you can see, Harley just strapped it here, but if it were me and I were you, you could also just strap it right there. Once you have both those wires coming in here, let's show you what they did under here to hook it up. So, if you're looking in there, you are going to see those little Zap Strap Holders that have been added. Your kit should come with them. If they don't, then you would just buy them, and what you're looking for is tie wrap holders, Zap Strap Holders, zip tie holders, and then make sure you use a really good adhesive, because if that wire comes down while you're driving, you're gonna rip those right out. And as you can see, they're on both sides, and then literally that light is actually just held by, it looks like 3M double-sided sticky tape as well. There's no actual screws to this. So you would just stick that directly in the center with the double-sided sticky. Make sure you use an alcohol-based cleaner, so that way when you wipe it and clean it, that it will adhere properly. Usually just rubbing alcohol will do fine. Just make sure you don't get it on any of the exposed paint, because you don't want it to accidentally lift any paint from anywhere you're gonna see. And like I said, right there, just double-sided sticky tape holders for zip ties, and they're zip tied up the sides, and from there they should be working. Now that I've showed you, just in case you don't have that, again, it's a very simple kit. Just make sure you clean the heck out of that fender, so that way you know that it's not, or those are going to adhere and that wire is not going to come down. Next thing you want to do with a T45, see that screw right back there where my fuzzy finger is? Make sure you take that one out, and then if we go to the opposite side, right there, make sure you take that bolt out. After you've done that, go ahead and crack all of these loose before you do anything. So that one gets cracked loose. This one gets cracked loose. This one. And this one. After you crack them all loose, these ones will be longer than the rest, I'll tell you that now. So make sure you remember that. These bolts right here are going to be a bit longer, as you can see. I'm going to leave this one in till last. And then these ones will be the same size as the one you just pulled out from the inside of the fender. Now, when you're pulling these off, just be careful. On the inside here, there's a metal plate. If you press on it, it can fall out of the fender. I like to hold it from the back side, and it just sits right here. And again, I'm probably going to crack this one loose, and I might even leave this one to be what I call pulling the plug when it falls. So we'll leave this right there, and I'm just going to tighten it back in by 2 threads. And then next is this piece. And I'm just going to pull this off my ratchet. Okay, and right here. After you do that, I'm going to pull this a little bit forward. Look at that. In here, we have our light. So, from here, I'm going to have to actually grab one of my cutters and cut a strap right there. So let's show you. I'm just going to actually pull these because it doesn't matter. This is coming off. They're just strapped in a little bit. There we go. So now that I can hold this away from the vehicle, we can take a set of cutters. Make sure we don't cut the wire. Just cut it right there. There's that other side of the harness, which we're not going to use. We're just going to compress it and then slide out. Oh, actually this side it's just a duct tab. So I was just miraculously hitting that duct tab every time. Next thing, take that bolt out and slide the light out. Now, if you got the metal block-off plates, you would just bolt on your metal block-off plate. The one that I'm waiting for to arrive is actually a press-in. It just squeezes in and that's it. T40, go ahead, just loosen this bolt, just like we did with the other ones. Supporting this one with your hand. And then we're going to just slide this out. That is a long bolt. And then the sticky's actually holding it. I'm going to remove that sticky. Bet you every sticky's going to get stuck on the way out. And then if we turn this sideways, it should just come right out. There we go. Put your light off to the side. So again, if you get the metal black block off plate, slide it on, tie the screw in from behind. I would probably use blue or red Loctite. Get that in there. Then what you do is you come back over here, and we're going to just put this back on, just like so. And then we'll line this up, hand behind holding that piece on, and then I like to, just like that, take the little ones, put it in, blue Loctite, got some on there. Just put them in my hand first. Go ahead and put these big ones on right here. And another big one. Make sure the washers are still on there. And then we'll just hand tighten these in. I always like to hand tighten these ones because the threads are so smooth that it should go in, and if you have to go crazy with them, then you know you're cross threading and you don't want to cross thread. When you go to tighten these up, hold the ratchet like so, and just like that. You want to go tight but not He-Man, as I always say. These ones are semi-structural if somebody is sitting on that back seat, so it's a good thing to put them in nice and tight. Also, from there, what I'm waiting for is there's a company that actually makes a snap-in, and that's the one I want. I just want a snap-in that covers it. I didn't want the bolt with the metal plate. One, because the one I was looking at was gloss black, and a lot of them that I was trying to get even from Harley was just the Dan Glide ones. I don't know if it's going to work, but there is a company that makes them specifically for these soft tails. Like I said, it just presses right in. So remove it, and then when yours arrive, all you do is you press it in. Or if you get the sticker ones, the really thick sticker, Just make sure you line it up perfectly. Again, clean this up and then put the sticker on. Now for this side, it's a little bit more fun because it's got that piece that goes all the way around. So squeeze that tab, pull out. Then from there, get this all ready here. You can use your fingers if you'd like, and you're just gonna pull as you press on the back of it on the inside of the fender with your finger. And if you wiggle and press, you should eventually get it. Now you can, there are tools to do this, but they can scratch your fender. If you've got strong hands, I would just do it this way. There you go. Now go do exactly what we did from this side to that side. Same bolts, same everything. Only difference with this side, make sure you go along and cut these off so they can slide through. Otherwise, if these are on, you won't be able to slide it through the metal piece to get the light out. Last but not least, little guys like so. Bring them in from the inside and go ahead and tighten those bad boys back up too. Again, not going too He-Man with these. One thing we will do though, after we do these, is we are going to crank these ones a little bit more. From there, when you go to do these, one really good wrench. And this will just make sure they are good. Like I said, I'm giving it a little bit. I'm not doing double hand. You should never do double hand on this great a bolt, but she's good there. From there, let's strap up some of this wiring, and I'll give you a couple tips there. So take this big long piece of straps. Once you take these, again, how I did it, tape, 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 tape till it's got a cone, fold it down, and then tape around the cone. So that way, way less chance of water getting in there. Go ahead, take these, fold them up, just like so. Making sure we don't really have any too many crazy 90-degree bends. Yeah, it's pretty close there. Okay. Go ahead, put one strap around here. Actually, I can even put a strap around that. All right. And again, if you don't like my wiring job, go ahead and do your own. From there, I'm going to cut that tail in a second, but this will just come down here and it'll get strapped over here and nice and tight right there, which will still allow our seat to sit there. Do not tuck it in here. This spring moves. If you have it in here, you're going to get pinched or short or something's going to happen, or it'll just tear the lights right out. Last thing to do now, put our seat back in. So careful with this metal piece. You don't want to scratch anything. Bring it up and through here. Put your finger, if you can. There we go. Just along it. And so slide this more to the front. Hook in the front. So sink it back in. You'll pull it back. You'll feel it sink back in. Rock it forward. Try and lift. You won't be able to lift it up. Put that down and put your big Phillips screw back in there. Make sure you've got that spring washer and the black washer. Go ahead and tighten it. And I'm just tightening it with one and holding it with the other so that way the driver doesn't slip. And from there, reline up this so it looks nice. And that's it. Let's show you how it looks after it's done. From here, let's see, anything? Yep, that now. Perfect. Yep. Awesome. There you go. As you can see, that's what it looks like without those pieces. I think Mika still approves, even though the process took a little bit longer. We wanted to make sure it was nice and clean. Well, if you want to see how I put the exhaust on, be sure to check out that on the channel. If you want to see how I swapped out our brake and clutch handle to black, be sure to check that out. And the next thing I'm going to do is remove the big ones off of here. we're going to do some flush mounts there. So be sure to watch out for that. That video will probably come out after this one. Thanks again for watching. Press the like if it helped you out. Subscribe for more. Hey, Meeks.